Hello, magical souls. Welcome into this month's full moon collective tarot reading for August 2025. This is Cosmic Connections, and I am Carissa. Today we are going to be diving into the collective energies, exploring what is finally ready to manifest into your life and how to accelerate this process. So remember that this message is timeless, so even if you come across this at another time, it is meant for you then. Feel free to skip ahead to the beginning of the reading and the timestamps below. Otherwise, I'm going to give a brief explanation of the symbology behind this specific lunar cycle. So this month's full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and this is a moon phase that is all about awakening your higher mind, connecting with your soul tribe, and releasing outdated beliefs or patterns that are no longer serving your spiritual evolution. And the Sturgeon Moon this month brings a wave of visionary energy as Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of sudden change and cosmic downloads. So you may feel called to break free from emotional patterns, rethink certain relationships, or even explore new spiritual technologies, for example. But it's also a powerful time for group healing, intuitive expansion, and mental clarity. So if you've been feeling any soul fatigue or stuck in outdated cycles, this moon is here to help you release and realign. And if you're feeling a pull toward freedom, innovation, and emotional clarity, this divinely channeled tarot message will help you find the freedom to express yourself freely. So with all of that being said, let's tune into the cosmic energy and see what messages your spirit guides have for us today. So we're going to be using, to start, the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. I've got a few topics for each card, kind of like an energy center for each card. So the first one is going to be what bold, soul-aligned desire is ready to be manifested? Because I can feel for a lot of you that there is something that is finally ready to be manifested into your life. I've already shuffled and cleared the deck, and I can see that your card is right here. So we will pull all the cards first, and then we'll flip them over together. So what energy or belief needs to be shifted in order to align with this vision? Okay, I'm getting this one. There was kind of two there that I was drawn to. They're saying that one. What inspired action or mindset will accelerate this manifestation? Okay. And then the last one for this deck is going to be, how will this manifestation uplift, affect, or ripple into the collective? Okay, I'm actually getting these two for this one, so we will see what comes through with that. We'll put those together. So for the first one, what bold, soul-aligned desire is ready to be manifested? We have the first quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. So it seems like, and I've been getting this in the collective readings, in the pick a card readings, in personal readings, there's been a little bit of, I'm hearing bad juju, a little bit of bad energy, bad luck, or just like things not going exactly how you would have planned or intended or hoped for them to go. And it looks like with all of the cosmic retrogrades and planetary alignments and transits that are occurring, there's a lot going on if you are not aware. A lot going on right now. It looks like there is a shift, a turning point that is occurring for you if you are drawn into this message. So there is a shift from kind of stagnicity or delays or chaos, things not going well, shifting into a period of good luck, kind of moving and shifting your energy, your energetic state, so that your reality is reflecting good things coming in for you and positive experiences instead of these kind of like karmic lessons or soul growth, release and integration of wisdom. Instead of all this intensity energetically, it seems like there is some good luck coming in for you. So if there is something that is popping into your mind right now, or that you've been kind of actively manifesting or moving toward or wishing to have in your life experience, that is, you are moving closer to that. And we will get a little bit more specific and dive deeper into that as we pull more cards. The second card is the what energy or belief needs to shift in order to align with this vision. So in order to align with this positive trailblazer Sagittarius kind of good luck energy with the first quarter moon in Sagittarius, we will we've got full moon in Aquarius, be real. Okay, so that makes sense. So we will be kind of stepping into this phase, this period of time where to attract good luck, it's going to be imperative for you to be true to yourself. And oh, I literally didn't even realize we pulled the full moon in Aquarius card, and that is the energy of this moon. That's so funny. It took me a second to realize that, because I was just going to say a full moon in Aquarius is all about you being your authentic self and not holding back any longer, not having the capacity to hold back any longer. And it makes sense that that is coming through in order for your manifestations to come in for you. I feel like what's manifesting is just like a breath of fresh air, a relief in your reality. Like not so much hardship, not so much stress and trauma and working hard and just being like, feeling like you're kind of working to survive, or like I'm getting like mindless zombie energy. So what they mean by that is like feeling like you're doing your day-to-day tasks, you're indulging in your responsibilities, but you're not experiencing a lot of fun or a lot of freedom or a lot of joy in your life. Like you just feel a lot of burden of responsibility. So for that to shift into a period of good and positive opportunities and situations and connections coming into your life experience, it's going to be activated by this full moon in Aquarius, especially with this card coming through in the reading. So being true to yourself. So if there's any capacity that you are holding back, or you are shape-shifting yourself into some other personality, some other character, some other person than who you truly are, that could be part of why you're experiencing the quote-unquote bad luck, or just negative experiences, or stagnicity, or irritation, or stress, or trauma, or constant healing, is because you may be unconsciously not being 100% true to your authentic self. And that is what the full moon in Aquarius is all about, is breaking through any barriers, any blocks, to face and become your most authentic, truest self. So the third card, the intention behind this one was what inspired action or mindset will accelerate this manifestation. And then we've got what energy or belief needs to shift in order to align with this vision. So those are kind of going hand in hand. We've got new moon in Aries, go for it. So all of this energy is literally just encouragement, inspiration from your spirit guides. I see them cheering you on in the background. This is all in support of you doing you being you. If there's something in your life like career or a relationship or a living situation or anything in your life that doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel aligned, it doesn't feel true to you, and you're kind of going along with it because of social norms or expectations or being uncertain on what even you should do to change your situation, it's time to really start reevaluating where you are at in your life and what you want your life to look like, and what people and experiences and situations and opportunities that you want to have in your life, which you want to expose yourself to, because this is all about you being a baseline, true to yourself and the truest version of yourself. And with be real, go for it, believe in your good luck. There's so much positive energy moving toward you, and all of your dreams and manifestations. Really, I'm seeing the universe working in mysterious ways to bring these into fruition for you. But there's a little bit on your part in energy of needing to really cut ties with things that are not serving you any longer, and to step into this new era of really trusting your soul, trusting the guidance of your intuition, trusting your heart, and that anything you desire from your heart is leading you toward joy and happiness, and that it is meant for you. Eventually, in the long run, in the short run, however long it takes, it is meant for you if it is a heart desire. So the last intention on the cards that we have pulled so far is, how will this manifestation uplift, affect, or ripple into the collective? So how is this going to be shared? This manifestation that you are desiring, how is this going to be shared into the world, into the collective? So we've got Full moon in Leo, go wild. I really love that. It goes hand in hand with the new moon in Aries, go for it. Full moon in Leo with go wild, and then we have first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. So what I'm getting here is like there's a fiery energy with the go wild Leo energy, but there's also this grounded, stable Virgo energy with assess the situation. So this is going to be about, yes, embracing your inner fire, embracing your freedom, embracing that true authentic version of yourself, but also having a grounded, stable energy where you are seeing your life, the people, the things in your life, the situations, the opportunities, you're seeing them clearly through the eyes of your soul and assessing, like we talked about, assessing the situation. What do I want to keep in my life? What do I want to keep experiencing in my life that I already have? What do I want to not experience any longer? Do I want to stop experiencing delays or stress or trauma or irritation when it comes to manifestation or life in general? If those are things that I want to release, then it's time to let go of them now with this moon cycle so that I can fully embrace the truest, most excited, happy, lit up version of myself. So now I want to dive into the, let's do some tarot cards, and then we'll get like one card from the fairy of the Oracle of the Fairies to kind of be like a card from your spirit guides and guidance on what is working in your favor behind the scenes. So let's get a little bit on the tarot cards and see what wants to come through as either inspiration, confirmation, wisdom, or knowledge for you moving forward over the next 2-ish weeks until we make it into the new moon cycle for August. Oh, wow, I loved how that flipped over. So we've got the Hermit. Okay, so you've definitely been in this Hermit energy, following your intuition, even in the blindest, darkest hour, and following your own light. You see how the Hermit here has this lantern, and they are following their own light to make it out of the dark tunnel. Getting with the skull here, there may have been a lot of ego death for you over the past couple months, up to a year for some of you, maybe even longer for a few. And all of that has been for you to release energies that are keeping you held back, keeping you stuck, keeping you frustrated, or in a dense energy. So you are following with the Hermit. It's confirmation that you're following the guidance of your intuition. So when you are doing that, you truly can't go wrong. We've got the King of Cups, and we have it reversed. So I want to pull maybe 1 or 2 more cards and see what wants to come up, if it wants to stay reversed. I'm sorry, that's the Knight of Cups. It's harder to read that upside down. So I'm actually getting with the Knight of Cups is that, yes, things have been a little slow. The Knight of Cups can be kind of like a fast moving, even sometimes a romantic energy. And so if this is romance for some of you, or something you're very passionate about, same kind of energy here, something you're excited for, it doesn't have to be a romance, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It's been kind of, I'm getting inner workings. I'm hearing the word inner workings. So there's been a lot of inner workings on the part of the universe to get this to really come into fruition in the way that is going to really serve your highest good. And so that's why it may have seemed like life in general has been really difficult, or getting to where you want to be in life has been really challenging, or taking a long time, or things are just constantly delayed. You may have felt like maybe this isn't even meant for me, what I desire, because it shouldn't take this long. But sometimes the things that are most meant for us actually take the longest. It's weird, but the universe truly does work in magical and mysterious ways that we can't even try to fathom or understand. So we've got the Six of Wands. I love this. So after a little bit of a period of introspection, being on your own, relying on yourself, we've got the Six of Wands as your outcome card. This is an energy of really moving forward with a fiery passion and having a lot of success when you're moving forward, having a lot of freedom, having a lot of clarity, and having a lot of movement, a lot of acceleration, things finally moving in the way that you wanted them to, things showing up in your life, in your life's experience in the way that you really wanted them to. And I really like all this golden, red, orange, fiery Leo energy, even though that we have this full moon in Aquarius. The center of the full moon Aquarius is being true to yourself, being real, being authentic, and shining your light. And that gives me Leo vibes. It really gives me that dramatic, passionate, excited, creative energy of Leo coming through for you. So let's get like one or two more cards from the Oracle of the Fairies. Like I said, this is going to be a card that reveals what's working behind the scenes in your favor or in your subconscious. So something that you might not be able to necessarily see right now, or you might not be seeing the results of. Okay, I'm actually getting a few here. So this one. Okay, they're saying just those two. So we have moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? And now when this card comes up, this means not just digesting, eating. It means like what you allow into your consciousness, what you allow into your mind, what you allow yourself to be exposed to. So is there something in this, and what I mean by that is like media, TV shows, music, conversations, news, things like this, like things that you allow into your consciousness. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, so then the second card is pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intentions and for the highest good of all. So when we tie in these two cards to the intention of this card, these cards reveal what's working behind the scenes in your favor or in your subconscious. It seems like right now you're really, in your subconscious, you're really learning and discovering the intention behind what you want, the intention behind your manifestation. So for some people, you may have discovered you wanted things because of an ego perspective, because of the ego. And so maybe you're kind of reevaluating, assessing the situation, deciding, is this something I still want from my purest intention? Is this something I still want from the heart? Or is this something that I want because my ego is telling me I should have it, or society is expecting me to have it or be this? And so with the moderation card, this is all about you being like the moderator, the person who is in charge of your life, the person that is in charge of what comes into your mind, to your body as well, and being really specific about this. So there's a lot of focus on the mental here. So if you notice that you get pulled down by seeing certain videos on social media or watching the news or being exposed to certain topics, this is something to really be aware of, to become aware of, because the universe is wanting you to be in this pure state. That is what is working behind the scenes for you, is for you to come into this pure state, this true state of pure intention, moving and acting and speaking from a place of the heart instead of the ego. So there's a huge emphasis on, because there's a huge emphasis on the full moon in Aquarius with being real and true to yourself, there's going to be a little bit of an ego purge that we've got here with the Hermit in the skull energy. So there's going to be a little bit of a release of parts of your ego during this moon cycle that are no longer needed, that aren't protecting you, that aren't serving you any longer. They're not doing anything for you except for holding you back, keeping you stuck, keeping you fearful, stressed out, etc. So this is about you becoming, as you become more conscious, kind of working with the universe, becoming more conscious and aware of how you feel when you experience certain things in the world. That is going to allow you to tap into this pure intention, saying no and not allowing yourself to be exposed to things that aren't serving you any longer. Is going to help the universe to be able to bring forth things that are true to your heart instead of aligned to your ego. So if you've noticed something is not working out for you or has been taking a long time or whatever, and you start to realize maybe I was wanting this from an ego perspective, or maybe my idea of this kind of became egoic because I got focused on making money from something, or I got focused on having a certain reaction, a validation from the outside world when it comes to something. This is about you working energetically with the universe. The universe is pulling you back to the heart, pulling you back to your center. And so this is you working with the universe to get back into that heart-centered, pure intention on why you want these manifestations anyway, because they are coming in for you. The very first card we got is believe in your good luck. So it's going to take a lot of pure intention as to why you want this thing and keeping that in your heart, but also believing that you can have this in your life. You can experience this in your life. So that is what I have for you with this moon cycle. I know it's a little short and sweet this time, even though it's 20 minutes. But I've also have a Lionsgate portal pick a card reading, which I posted yesterday. So if you want to dive further into your own specific energies, get a little bit more like narrow into a specific pile or group, you can find that linked below, as well as my Mercury retrograde zodiac predictions video, which will tell you a little bit about your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mercury placement. While Mercury is in retrograde, you can learn a little bit about your own individual chart and kind of what is going on for you energetically during this period of time, as well as to just help you navigate these intense cosmic currents. So that's what I have for you with this Aquarius full moon, August full moon energy. Until next time, I am Carissa. This is Cosmic Connections, and you will see me in the next one. Goodbye.